Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ellie, aka All Too Swift, and I upload videos about all things Taylor Swift, and sometimes more. For today's video, I am going to be reacting to your guys' anonymous Taylor Swift related confessions or unpopular opinions. I did do a part 1 of this video that I uploaded a couple days ago, so if you want to go ahead and check that out, you can right now, and then you can come back to this one, or you can watch this one and then watch that one, because it doesn't really matter what order you watch them in. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe because I upload videos all the time and they're pretty awesome and pretty entertaining and I don't want you to have to miss out on them. Also, give this video a big thumbs up, and if this video gets 13 thumbs ups, I will do a part 3. If you're watching this right now, I want you to go comment down below right this second, and I want you to comment, trying to think of something good. It's summertime right now, so I want you to go and I want you to comment cruel summer right this second so that I know that you're watching. All right, once you've done it, let's get on to the video.
I remember it.
I'm once again going to be using my handy dandy notebook, and I have a bunch of your guys' unpopular opinions or confessions or whatever you want to call them written down in here, and I'm going to kind of just go through and read them off. Our first confession is that this person prefers not to label Taylor's exes, and this one I actually agree with. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't necessarily think the subject of the songs is as relevant as the songs themselves. I enjoy listening to music and separating the art from the artist, or I guess the art from the inspiration. I don't think that it's necessary to pick apart every single song and say, oh, this is written about this guy. Oh, this was written about this guy. We should hate this guy because he did this. Because at the end of the day, it's not our lives, and we don't know what went down. There's no reason to hate on people, and there's no reason to sit there and like rank her exes. Like, I think that's weird. A lot of times people lose touch with the fact that just because she's a celebrity doesn't mean that she's a person. And if you had a bunch of ex-boyfriends and people were like, oh, I'm gonna rank this person's exes, I feel like that would feel really weird. Like, I wouldn't want someone ranking my exes. She liked that person at that time for some reason, and I think we need to respect that and just kind of stay out of her business. It's not really our business who she dates or what she does with them. At the end of the day, music is her job, and we are the ones that are benefiting from that job, and so we need to respect what she's giving us, and she's already giving us so much music. There's no reason for us to pry into her private life. Our next confession is that this person does not have or want Taylor Swift merch. This might be kind of controversial because I know some people say that if you don't have merch, you're not a true fan of the artist. I beg to differ. I have a lot of Taylor Swift merch. As you can see on my wall even, there's lots of pictures of her, and I love her quite a lot, probably more than most people. But I also don't think that makes you less of a fan if you don't have as much merch, or even if you don't have any. Definitely possible to be a fan of someone without having merch from that person. I also will say that as I've gotten older, the amount of merch I've purchased has gone down. When I was first getting into Taylor Swift, right when I was like 13ish, I got so much stuff. Like, every merch drop, I was begging my mom to let me spend my money on stuff. I think part of it is the fact that now the money that I have is money that I'm earning and not necessarily just birthday money or Christmas money. It's like money that I worked for, and so I don't want to spend it if I don't have to. I also just don't like spending money. I also realized that you don't need to buy something just because it's Taylor Swift. Like, if she has a cute merch shirt that I like, and I like the shirt itself, I'll get it, but I won't get it just because it's Taylor and because I want to pick something from the merch drop. So I actually haven't really gotten anything from her website in a long time. I'm honestly probably due for something, so maybe I'll take a little look around later and see if there's anything that I want. I have been working a lot this summer, so I've got some money to spend. So I definitely don't think there's anything wrong with not having or not wanting merch, because there are definitely a lot of times where she does a merch drop and I'm like, I don't really want anything from that. And people always complain about the merch designs, and I do agree that some of the merch designs suck. Honestly, a lot of them do. But at the same time, it's kind of nice for me because then, like, I don't want any of it. I would hate if it was all super cute and I wanted every single thing, because then obviously I wouldn't be able to afford that and I wouldn't be able to get it. But if it's stuff that I don't necessarily even like, I'm not gonna buy something just because it's Taylor's merch if I don't actually like the thing that I'm buying. Love her dearly, but babe does not need my money. She is a-okay without it. Next confession is one that I literally preach all the time, so much. Evermore is better than folklore. I will say this until the end of time. Evermore is so much better than folklore. It's amazing. It's a masterpiece. Folklore is a masterpiece on its own. It's great, wonderful. Evermore is... it's magical, it's beautiful, it's just all things good in this world. Evermore is the love of my life. It's the most perfect album to ever exist, and Folklore just can't match up to that. I'm sorry. Our next confession is that this person thinks that Lover is the worst album. This one I'm gonna have to disagree with quite a bit. I love Lover. I think it is an amazing album for what it is. Do I think it's her best work? No. Her best writing? No. Her best production? No. The album in itself is not her worst. It's so fun, it's so free, it's so summery, it's just all things love. It's lighthearted, it's beautiful, it's a masterpiece in its own right, and I do think that it deserves more respect. If you don't like Lover, that's fine, but I am a sucker for a cheesy pop song, and I will defend Lover until the end of time. I'll always have a special place in my heart because that's the album that kind of converted me into a full-on swiftie, if you will. She had so much fun making it. It's one of my favorite albums and probably always will be. And our last confession for today is that this person does not like the Tortured Poets Department because it is too overly lyrical and it's too hard to analyze every single little thing. I definitely see where you're coming from. It is kind of lyrical, but I don't think that it's too wordy and too complicated to understand. I also think that it's very possible to listen to and enjoy music without knowing exactly what the lyrics are saying. So I don't necessarily think that it's a problem if you don't understand what's going on or what metaphors and things she's using. I can definitely see why you might think that or where you're coming from, but I also am going to have to disagree very intensely with this. A lot of people thought, oh, it says poetry, it's gonna be this like hardcore, like poetic folklore Evermore. It's not. Honestly, in my opinion, much more comparable to Midnight's than it is to Folklore and Evermore. And I love that about it. I love Evermore, obviously, but I also love a good upbeat song and just a good pop song in general, and there are multiple on the album. I enjoy them a lot, and realistically, I don't think that it's that complicated of language, and the metaphors and lyrics are not that intense. If you want to do a deep dive and analyze every single little thing, that's totally fine, but that's completely voluntary, and I don't think you need to do that in order to understand the meaning of the songs. But maybe I should make videos analyzing them. If you guys want to see that, let me know, and I can definitely do that. Take a second to look around at her other songs, even songs on like Speak Now and Fearless. You will find that there is pretty much the same amount of lyrical depth on those as there is on the Tortured Poets Department. She's always been an amazing lyricist, and obviously her language has gotten more advanced as she's developed her writing, as happens with anyone, but I don't think that it's too difficult to understand, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think that's purely a good thing and purely a beneficial thing. It just helps elevate her work that much higher. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to subscribe because you made it all the way to the end of the video, so you obviously enjoyed it. Might as well subscribe so then you can see more. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down any confessions or unpopular opinions or whatever that you have if you want to have a chance to have them used in my next video. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day because you are all beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. And I love you so, so much. And yeah, bye guys.